Well, Chef Randy's cooking up something good for us today. Chicken wings and homemade French fries. Yes. Here's what you're going to need to follow along. You need chicken wings, of course, breadcrumbs, a parmigiana, rosemary, honey, mustard, sriracha, so good, salt, pepper, and blue cheese. That's optional, but I think it's a good bonus. Okay, Randy, this sounds fantastic, and we're going to start with the wings, right?
Oh, Tracy, you know what? There's just no thing like a chicken wing. Look at these babies. I think, you know what, we miss doing the things we used to do, like going out and having chicken wings with the guys, the girls, and drinking beer, but that doesn't mean you can't get a restaurant-style chicken wing at home. So what we're going to choose today is the full wing, which I'm a big fan of. That's what it's all. It's got the tip, the extra crispiness, it's got the flat and the drum. And the reason why I like it that style, it's actually double fold. It's going to hold itself up in the oven to get that super crisp all around it. And then when the person's eating the chicken wing, they have to eat both the flat and the drum. Because in our household, there's somebody that just wants to eat the flats. Well, there's two people that want to eat the flats. Yeah. And then it becomes a fight. So there's no more fighting. So Tracy, are you a flat or are you a drum?
I'm a drum. I know that like right off the bat I'm a drum, but most of the people in this house are flat. So I like the fact that you put them all together. It's all about the harmony in your home. Am I right?
Exactly. You got to keep everyone in check in here, right? So now what we're going to do to try to get that super crispiness is we're just going to do a little bit of light breadcrumb. And normally you would think, okay, this is like a shake and bake thing, but that's not true. We're just going really light. And basically that's just going to like hold on to the chicken wing. And kind of when the fat starts coming out of it, it's going to stay there and it's going to catch that fat and crisp up. Then I've got some freshly chopped rosemary from the garden, and that's just going to give it like this great aromatics. And then we're actually going to go pretty heavy with kosher salt. Get in there. And black pepper. And we're going to keep them naked in the oven so they get super crispy, and then we're going to sauce them later on. And I think the reason why most people don't do wings at home is because they can't get that like deep fryer kind of crispiness. So the other trick I'm going to do is one more crisp enhancing thing is, well, you know what that is, Trace?
Oh, is that cheese?
That is a big block of fresh Parmesan Reggiano, and just lightly microplane that in there. And what that's going to do is, you've had those Parmesan twills before. They're just like shatteringly crisp. They pop in your mouth, and you're just like, you know, they're not exactly covered the entire chicken wing. It's just a light breading, and you want to get some air into them, just toss them around like that. And then we take a rack, a baking rack, and then what we're going to do is just lay them down. So now the whole wing kind of helps because it props it up and it allows the air to kind of circulate around that wing. We're going to set this at 425 convection, so you get the fan going, and these are going to come out and they're going to be crispier than any pub-style chicken wing you've ever had.
They look incredible.
Look. So we got about 22 minutes into the oven, and then we're gonna feast. Wait till you see these.
So the sauce you're going to make, Randy, are you, like, you're not like a hot sauce kind of guy. Are we going sweet? Are we going garlicky? Are we going a little bit of hot? Like, how you doing it?
You know me so well. You know, I'm getting a little bit warmer as I get a little older, but I'm going to do a really balanced. We're going to do a honey, so a natural honey, and then we're going to hit it with sriracha, so the sweet and the hot is going to kind of balance, and then we need some acidity, so we're going to hit it with mustard. So like a honey mustard hot sauce. It'll work out really well with that rosemary.
Sounds perfect.
We're going to go like 2 parts honey, 1 part, and I mean this can definitely bend the sriracha. I mean, I'm going to go a little warmer today because it's a warm day out and I just feel like sweating. And then some grain mustard. And the reason the grain mustard is the acidity. It's essentially full of acidity. And basically, we're going to throw that into a pot, hit it with a bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, give it a bit of heat just to melt that honey, and then guess what? When those crispy wings come out, this is just going to kind of be over top, and they're going to get like just, all gooey and gathered together. It's going to be beautiful.
I can't wait. It's time to finish off our daily dish with Chef Randy's homemade French fries.
Oh, you know, I'm passionate about my French fries, and you see a lot of restaurants do different things with it, but I just take it right back to the classics. You know, Trace, I start with a potato. And the potato farmers right now, they need us to eat more French fries because the counts are down. So we need to get out there, buy some potatoes and make some French fries. What you're gonna do is you always cut a little slice off the base, like this right here, and then the potato can sit flat. Once it can sit flat, then you can actually work it and kind of get an even cut. Now you want all the fries to look like they're from the same family and the same size, but that being said, there's a lot of dysfunctional families out there. If they're a little off, that's okay too. I don't exactly fit the mold for my family, so don't be too concerned. All right? So, but if you take a look, that was really quick. You know, I see the Leo, he's a little bit bigger, you know, and the Tracy's a little smaller, and that's okay. What you're gonna do is you're gonna soak those in some water and just kind of rinse the starch off. Then we're gonna get our oil up to 300 degrees, and we're gonna blanch them. You're gonna blanch them until they're about 50% of the way cooked. So if you take a look at these, that's where these are at. They still, they're not golden, but you can kind of open them up and they break, and that's really what we're looking for. And then you want to chill them right down. You put them in your fridge. And then you want to crank your oil up to 350, and then you refry them. And if you take a look inside here, this is just coming out rainbows and unicorns. They're starting to float. They're starting to crisp up. That is looking fantastic. You can just hear the crispness right there, right? Just as they dance in that salt. You got to hit them with the salt as soon as they come out. But one more need, you need a little bit of the skin, you know, just to prove that it's like, there it is. It came from the ground. It's like ready for you, but lots of pepper and salt on those babies. But now the star of the show's arrived. We're going to put the center stage. Look at these chicken wings. And you can see they're just shatteringly crisp.
Yeah.
And you remember that sauce we made earlier? I just kind of threw that onto the stove real quickly, but there it is. You could see the heat in there, the mustard. It's a little warm, so this is where the option comes in. You want to like cool it down a little bit. Guess what? We're gonna put some blue cheese crumble in here.
I'm a fan of the blue cheese. I say less is more because I feel like a little bit goes a very long way, but this is a very cheese-focused family, so there's always blue cheese in the fridge.
I'm right with you. You know, you are going to come over for wings when we're done, and we're going to do this crispiness because you're going to get the drums. I'm going to take the flats, and we're going to do a little blue cheese. But there's that hot sauce, that's honey, hot sauce on top with the blue cheese, shatteringly crisp, a little bit of golden diet, some veggies on the side. That, I mean, like this is Bar Randy right here. Come on in, take a seat.
I love Bar Randy. Everything Randy does, he does incredibly. We put the recipes on cityline.tv so you can follow that. My goodness, my mouth is watering. I love it, Randy.